If you're someone like me, you would see memes that will say you not to make friends and you to go everywhere alone and you need to enjoy your own company and all of that set, and you will buy that. You will buy that set and say that, okay, I am going to be alone. I am going to do everything alone. I need to enjoy myself alone. Yeah, that's good thing, but guess what? The lone wolf dies alone. We humans need to coexist. We humans are made to depend on each other to survive. That's what happened during the evolution of our species, and it happens still now. So anyone who tells you that you don't need to make friends is probably lying to you. You are sufficient. Yes, you are. But you need to make friends to coexist and co-dependent in the society. So without any further ado, let's do the book summary of one of the most greatest books ever written on social skills, how to win friends and influence people. So let's get started with lesson number 1. Avoid arguments. If you want people to like you and acknowledge you, then you should avoid arguments over silly matters. Once Dale Carnegie was in a banquet and one of the guests there told him that a quotation was from Bible. But Dale knew that it was from Hamlet. So to prove his superiority and his knowledge, he started saying that you are wrong. You know, that the quote is not from Bible, it's from Hamlet, it's from William Shakespeare's work. And the other person started arguing, no, it's from the Bible. So they consulted one of their friends, Mr. Gammon. And Mr. Gammon told them that yes, it is from the Bible. And the argument stopped there. But later, Dale asked Gammon that, you knew that the quote was from Hamlet, right? Then Gammon told, yes, I knew. So why did you tell him that it was from Bible? Then Gammon told him that what would you have gained by arguing with that person? Even if you have won, you have lost your reputation and your accountability and the goodwill you could have earned from that person. And that's the truth. Whenever we are in an argument, we feel the need to win. And so does the other person. And if we win by some way or the other, we'll only make the other person feel inferior. That's it. And if the other person feels inferior, how will he be able to respect you? He'll always resent you, right? So you will gain much more by not arguing with people. So avoid arguments as you would avoid rattlesnakes. Lesson number 2. Never tell anyone that he is wrong. Once there was a serial killer, a cold-blooded murderer. He once killed a police officer in front of everyone, but when he was reprimanded, when he was taken to the court, he told that inside this tough-looking body, there is a very fragile heart. A heart that is kind and is generous and good. I mean, anyone would be confused that a criminal who killed thousands and hundreds of people, he is telling that he is kind and generous, and how can that be? The truth, no one considers themselves as wrong, not even serial killers and cold-blooded murderers. So never tell anyone that they are wrong. It's just a waste of your time and you will never convince that person. You will only criticize them and they will only resent you much more. And you will lose any goodwill that you could have gained from that person. Lesson number 3. Arouse an eager want in the other person to do the thing you want. How often has it been that your parents have told you to wake up early or to do meditation or exercise or have a healthy diet? It would be like literally hundreds and thousands of times, right? And still you wouldn't do that thing because you think it's boring. It's just, you don't want to do that thing. But when your favorite YouTuber like Ranveer Alavadia or any kind of fitness YouTuber or like Saket Gokhale tells you to do exercise, meditation and focus on your diet, then you would do it. You would see the results that he is getting and that's why you would do it. You would do it because they give you proper reasons to do the certain thing. That's why you will do it. So that's why never ever give people orders to do something, which most of our parents do, but we shouldn't because no one likes to be ordered around. And if we are forced to do something, our brain are wired in a way to not do that. So if you want others to do something, arouse in them the need to do that thing. Lesson number 4. Become genuinely interested in other people. Most of the times you will meet some kind of people who will always talk about themselves, their ideologies, their dreams, what they are currently doing, what they are planning to do, and all of that stuff. So the question is, do you like that kind of person? You don't, right? Like, who would like that kind of person who always boasts about himself? But the problem is, everyone thinks of themselves as the main character of a movie. And they think that they have a spotlight over them wherever they go. So make them feel that kind of special. Let them talk. Become genuinely interested in them. Ask them about their stories, ask them about their hobbies, ask them about what they did yesterday, what they're planning to do, what are their future goals, etc. and etc. But don't do it because I am telling you to do it or the book tells you to do it. Do it because it is a way of life, it is the right thing to do. Don't do it to manipulate people, because if you do it to manipulate people, people will know it. People's bullshit radar is really good, they know when people are not genuinely interested and are trying to just manipulate them. People are really good at that, and you are too, I guess. So that's why always become genuinely interested in the other people. And there's this awesome quote from Dale Carnegie which goes like this: you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming genuinely interested in the other people than you can make in 2 years by making people interested in you. Lesson number 5. Remember everyone's name. It sounds so simple in the front, but it's one of the most important principles that you need to remember. But the question is, why you should remember people's name? Here is a really interesting story that Dale shares in the book. He talks about Andrew Carnegie. When Andrew was a little kid, he found a mother rabbit and he kept her as a pet. And after a few months, the mother rabbit gave birth to small rabbit kids. But Andrew did not have enough resources to feed the rabbit kids. So he called the kids of the neighborhood and asked them to feed them, and if the kids would feed the rabbit kids, then he would name the kids on their kids' name. So the neighborhood kids were excited and happy to feed the rabbit kids. So he named them, and there he learned an incredible lesson for his life. That remembering the people's name can literally mean that you are winning in business and in life. That's why when having a conversation with any kind of person, at least use their name while addressing them, or at least try to use their name 2 times while starting the conversation and while ending the conversation. So remember, a person's name is the most sweetest word in the world for them. So remember this fact, and you will never go wrong while having a conversation with any kind of person. So that's it for today's video, and if you liked today's video, please subscribe to us if you haven't yet. And if you want to see the book summary of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, click on the right, and if you want to see the book summary of No More Mr. Nice Guy, then click on the left.